Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. All right, guys. This shuffle. Hope y'all enjoyed your Christmas. My cat came on the table. Jumped up here on the table a minute ago. I hope y'all enjoyed your Christmas, guys. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. Ooh, Gemini, first card out. Yes, I like that. Queen of Coins. That means you're a very stable person. You're on top of things. Ooh, we got the moon coming out in reverse, so maybe something is about to be revealed to you, something that you are going to be investigating, checking things out. You're not going to jump on it. That's what I'm hearing. You're going to like sit back and observe and find out more information before you do anything. Now, I'm hearing that this might be about a mother figure or a Libra. Could be also about a Capricorn. But you're not going to jump about things. You're just going to take your time and figure things out here, okay? Because you're very determined. I see you using your head here. Again, very grounded. This could be about a relationship, your relationship, or somebody else's relationship. A breakup of some kind. Let's go ahead and dig deeper and see. Oh, Spirit wants me to shuffle. Tell me more about the Empress here. Could be about your mother, your mother's relationship, or something. You're going to find out something. You're going to find out some kind of cheese man, it looks like. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you're going to find out some cheese man. You're going to be finding out some gossip, and you're going to be spreading that around. Okay, so something about the family unit. It's going to be clarified. Okay, maybe it's going to be about somebody who's pregnant. It could be about somebody who had a baby, somebody whose baby is not theirs. It doesn't have to be you specifically, but it looks like somebody around you. Okay, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know why that's coming into your reading, but you're going to find out somebody is not related to you. Somebody that you thought was related to you is not related to you. This could be somebody that you grew up with. It could be somebody that could be a sibling. Okay, maybe you're going to confront your mother about this, because I do see gossip, family gossip being spread during the holidays. What a wonderful time, right, to start gossiping. But that's what I'm hearing. I do feel like this is something that's going to change things for you here. What you find out is going to end up changing your world. It's going to change how you look at things. Yeah. So things are going to change. Usually when you see the faded card coming in the upright position, it means a very positive change. So whatever this information that you're going to find out about, it's something that's going to be very positive, or it's going to cause you to make a positive change in your life. It could also indicate like you needing to let go of something. Okay, like you finding out about this situation, forcing you to let go of something, forcing you to like join another group, a group that's going to be better off for you specifically, because I do see the Six of Blades coming right next to it. So like you distancing yourself from this mother figure and joining another group, people who are going to be good for you, helping you move forward, right? People who are going to help you like move away from trouble and go into a more calmer place in your life, right? Going into a calmer or maybe even a more prosperous time in your life. I do see a new beginning here with the Ace of Blades energy. You going toward a new beginning. You know what, Gemini? You might also end up reevaluating this relationship. You might end up, because it's coming right below it, you might be the person who's going to break up with that person. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't have to be like in a romantic sense. But you're definitely going to break that bond with that person when you find out this secret, this family secret. Yeah. I do see you getting the mental clarity that you need to have a new beginning here. And I hear you being on your feet. Being really sharp. Just on your feet. Clarity. saying what you need to say, being very courageous with your communication, just saying like it is, telling it like it is. It looks like you're going to confront somebody and talk about how they have been very exploitive. So somebody in your family has been very exploitive. You're going to investigate. You're going to find out the truth about something, the gossip that's being said. You know, when people get together in the holidays, that's what happens. Things come up in conversations. And that's what is going to happen here. People start calling each other, hey, Merry Christmas. Haven't talked to each other in over a year, right? Yeah, and guess what happened? This happened and that happened. And what? What are you talking about, right? That kind of energy. It's going to help you plan ahead. It's going to help you. This knowledge, it might be a painful knowledge. Yeah, I kind of figured. It's going to be a shocking knowledge, definitely. But it's definitely something that you could walk away from. You're a very strong person. So this person, they've done something that they shouldn't have done. Okay? Has something to do with maybe a pregnancy or giving birth to somebody. Could be you. Okay? I'm just going to say it could be you. The gossip might actually be about one of you. Okay? But not all of you. Some of you, this is about somebody else. You finding out that a sibling is not your sibling, or y'all don't have the same mother and father. Oh, wow. Something very shocking is going to come out. Oh, yes. Very shocking. Okay, so you're going to confront this person for being exploitive. I think somebody here was collecting child support for a child, and that child was not theirs. Could be you. You were paying child support for a child that wasn't yours. And that might be for one of you. For another one of you, you might find out that your dad was paying child support for a sibling who wasn't theirs. Okay? And because of that, you ended up not getting very much. Does that make sense? Okay. And that might be for one of you. But I also see here something is going to catch you completely off guard here. You know what? Whatever this is, with the Death card coming out in reverse, we also have the Two of Swords coming out in reverse. Okay, something is about to catch you completely off guard. All right? And it's something that's going to end up changing something in your life, but it's a necessary change. But it's also something that you're not going to want. You're not going to want it to change. Okay? So you might even have this inability to be able to change with what you're about to find out. So it could be something that for one of you, you're going to find out that your father wasn't your father or something like that. Okay, so it's something where you're going to be stuck thinking about the past a lot. Like it's going to run, something's going to run around in your head over and over and over again. And you're just going to have a very hard time getting it out of your head. And because of that, you're going to have a very hard time moving forward because you're going to feel like somebody around you was in the full and reverse energy. Okay? You're going to find out that somebody around you had very ill intentions. They never had the right intentions toward you or anybody else. Maybe that's why you were going to confront somebody over here about them being very exploitive. Somebody was being very exploitive in your family, Gemini. And it looks like this person needs to come clean, but I don't see them doing that at all. I don't see them wanting to come clean. Actually, I see them jumping into the Nine of Wands energy, where they're going to be very cautious and, walking around on eggshells, that kind of energy. They should come clean, but they're not going to want to come clean. It's like they want to keep this illusion going. They want to keep this deception going. And I'm hearing because of that, it's going to cause a lack of healing in your family. So there's somebody in your family who's being very selfish, very self-centered. Everything's about them. They don't care about anybody else. They want what they want. And with that tower, it's going to cause a tower moment, a destruction in the family. A destruction in the family that's going to lead to a necessary change, but a change that you're not going to like. You're not going to want it. So, Gemini, this is going to actually cause you to go through a very hard period in your life. But you're going to stand your ground. That's what I'm hearing. You're going to stand your ground, even though you're going to struggle because of what this is going to be about. Maybe this is just emotionally struggling. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be like financially or anything like that. Just emotionally struggling, and you standing your ground, but also at the same time being very determined to reveal more about what is going on. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Because, like, with the Seven of Cups coming out in reverse, it's like things being exposed. I feel very strongly that that has something to do with something being exposed. But the good news is, with this energy, it's you. Okay, it's giving me this energy like you're going to take the necessary steps in order to get to your goals, right? Or to move past this difficult period in your life, and then being able to get back on track to getting to your goals. So you're a very strong person, Gemini. Okay, the things that you don't have control over, you know, we don't have control over every little thing that people do around us. You know, you might feel like what this person has done is a reflection of you, and it's not. It has nothing to do with you. You are a totally different individual than this person. A lot of times when our parents, and I feel like this might be your parent, a lot of times when our parents do things, we feel like it's a reflection of us. And sometimes in society, people will blame us for the things that our parents do. I actually heard a girl. There was a girl. Actually, she's the one that keeps posting those videos saying, I get all these food stamps. Remember that girl that started this whole thing, and she was like saying that she was getting all this like 3,000 food stamps, and it turned out it was all a lie, which I was telling people it was a lie, but nobody wants to listen to me because nobody in their right mind comes out unless she's insane or something. But it turns out she was lying. She was it's called like just to get people mad. There's a word for it. Anger baiting, rage baiting. Yeah, it's called rage baiting. She was just rage baiting, trying to get views. So she was making up stories, claiming that she was on housing and food stamps, and she gets free daycare, and she doesn't work, and she'll never work, and she was just coming up with all kinds of crazy things. I'm talking about that girl. It turns out her father was somebody who went to prison for doing inappropriate things to children, right? And she was saying that, she doesn't have anything to do with, well, she does. She lets her dad come around. He's out of prison now. She lets him come around her kids and stuff, and people were saying that that's not right. She came out and confessed and said that she made up the story. She was just rage baiting, and she didn't realize it was going to turn into this huge thing against people on food stamps. And she was apologizing. She didn't know that what she was doing was actually going to be a chain reaction, and people on food stamps were going to lose their food stamps, stuff like that. And but she still lets her dad around her kids, her little kids, and people were saying things about her. There was a point I was trying to make about that situation. Oh yes, how people were blaming her even after what happened. Apparently it happened when she was very young. She was a teenager when her dad was accused of doing something inappropriate with her cousin, and he went to prison for it. And she said that people there in her town were accusing her and saying things to her, and making her feel like she had to take accountability for her father's actions, right? I'm telling you this story because for one of you, you might end up feeling this way, like because of something that your parent did. Then it's somehow reflective of you, and it's not. Okay, it's not. I just want to confirm that you are a totally different individual away from this person. You have nothing to do with the things that this person did when you were very little, or the things that this person did before you were even born. Okay, so. But people around you, I just want to mentally prepare you. People around you might end up, making you feel like you are responsible and you're not responsible. Okay? A lot of illusions are going to be revealed to you this year. Okay? It's like a chain reaction where one thing is going to lead to another. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to confront somebody for being exploited. I'm hearing like being a very exploiting type of person, maybe exploiting you, your siblings, whoever, right? But it's going to be a chain reaction. Like all this gossip that's coming up, it's like, a big pile of leaves, and somebody comes with the blower and blows those leaves up. Now everything's out, everything's coming out. And one thing's going to lead to another thing. So you're going to have several things coming out that you're going to find out about this year. And it's going to be a lot. Okay? Emotionally, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot to go through. But the good thing about this, Gemini, is that you're a very strong person. Okay? You're a very grounded person. That's actually the first card that came out. That tells me that you're a very grounded person. Okay? Not only that, but I'm seeing it here. You're a very grounded person. You can handle this. You can stand your ground and be good. You're going to be good. You're going to be fine. It's going to be shock, but you're going to be fine. You're going to make it through this perfectly fine. Okay? You're going to have your naysayers. You're going to have people come at you and just out of the blue. Okay? Very shocking energy. Yes. Very shocking. You also have the tower over here. It's going to be very shocking. Okay? But you're going to make it through just fine. It's just going to be a very big surprise. For the Three of Wands coming out, maybe, I was going to say it earlier, but I wasn't 100% sure. For one of you, you might even be moving this year. You might be like, you know what? I don't have nothing to do with this, but apparently people feel like I do. And you just might decide to move, because the Three of Wands is indicative of somebody who is looking ahead, planning ahead, and ready to move ahead. Ready to leave the past behind. So for one of you, you might end up leaving the place where you've grew up at, where you have always lived, and now it's time for a big change. I don't see you welcoming this change, okay, about moving. I actually see you being pretty resistant, okay, not really wanting to change, but let's see how it's going to turn out for you. So for the Gemini that's going to be moving this year, Spirit, how's it going to turn out for Gemini? Let's find out. I'm going to use these cards. You know what? I'm going to use these cards. So how's it going to turn out for Gemini, this move? Let's see. It's something that you're really going to be stuck in your head about. It's not going to be easy. Anytime you move, when you move to a new location, it's always difficult at first until you get settled in. But it does look like something that's going to be really stuck in your head. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see you wanting to go at all, actually. It's all about the way that you view things. It's all about how you see it, if it's worth it or not. Leaving home is hard. Ah, okay. Yes, it's going to be a challenge, a huge challenge, but look what you have. So something good is going to be coming toward you. We got the 10 of coins. So, yes, I'm seeing that it's going to be a very hard challenge, but it's all about your perspective, how you see things here, okay? It's all about how you see it and getting the clarity that you need. Finding the peace that you need. Finding that peaceful place. I think that's imperative. But I see you breaking away or breaking out of the illusion. or breaking out of the chaos, and finally finding yourself being very grounded. Away from your family, yes. It looks like being away from your family is the one thing that is going to cause a lot of stress for one of you. And that might be just for one of you. For another one of you, even when you're away, you might be finding out more information about things that happened in the home that you grew up in, or things that are going on at home, okay? And then the reason why you had to leave that home, right? But it's all going to lead you to something really good with that 10 of coins energy. So Gemini, even though I see this being a very difficult period for you moving away, with that 10 of coins being the final card, I do feel like that's going to be you. That's going to be you getting, like, for one of you, some kind of generational wealth. Somebody passing down some kind of generational wealth to you. It could also be a family legacy of some kind. It could also be you getting success. Getting that solid foundation and having financial success somewhere else away from your family. I actually have heard a story like this where a girl had to leave home, and she ended up leaving home, moved somewhere else. Like, she moved to, like, Hollywood or New York, or, you know, one of those big cities. And was it Chanel? I don't know why I want to say it was Chanel. You know, Chanel, the one that started all the purses and hats and perfume, and I don't know, maybe it was. But she moved away and she became very successful, and it looks like that is what is going to happen to you. Being out away from your home, yes, is going to be scary. It looks like you're going to feel like it's a nightmare, but it's actually going to end up being something really good for you. Something that you don't see coming at the end. I do feel like you're going to have a lot of support. Possibly family support, okay? With that 10 of coins energy, a lot of family support. Or it could just be like you getting a lot of support from people around you. Maybe people from the community. Or you building a new foundation with other people out in the world, okay? Whatever it is, it's definitely something that's going to lead to, I want to say, long-term security for you. Abundance. It could also be an elder in your family leaving you an inheritance. So it could be somebody in your family passing. Doesn't necessarily, well, yeah, it's actually, so like maybe somebody in your family passing, but you not being around when they pass because you're going to move away, right? And that might be for one of you, okay? So do take what resonates, Gemini. Leave the rest for somebody else, but this is what I see happening. There, a lot of times bad things happen to us, but it's for our own good. And this seems to be one of them. You know, sometimes we have to go through bad periods in our life so something good can come out at the end. It's where we go through the cocoon. We know we become the caterpillar, you know, and then we become the butterfly. So at the end of this road, I'm hearing you're going to become the butterfly. Yeah. Congratulations. Yes. Also, something about tradition might be very imperative here, okay? So maybe you're going to do something that has something to do with tradition or something like that. For one of you, you might be making piñatas. I don't know why, because I'm seeing piñatas in my head. Or maybe you do make piñatas. I actually have always wanted to learn how to make piñatas. But anyways, for one of you, maybe you're making piñatas. Or you're going to be making something like that, okay? It might have something to do with tradition. That's why I'm thinking that. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're still here, thank you for being here this long. In order for me to be able to attach, you know, those things to the readings that talk about, you know, if you want to sell something, you have to put it in the reading, right? Well, a lot of readers, I've noticed that they're doing their own thing. So I actually have to pick something myself. So I'm going to pick Pringles because I'm not going to do what everybody else is doing. So I'm going to do my own thing. So I'm doing Pringles. I actually have to show the product, they said. So that's what I'm doing. I'm showing the product. So If you would like to order Pringles, I'm going to attach them to my to this video. So if you plan to shop and buy any, you can, and I'm going to attach it because I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is doing candles and cards and tarot cards, and which is wonderful, but I have to do something different because everybody else is already doing that. So if you decide you want to shop and you want to buy some Pringles, if you shop through the links that I put on attached to the video, then I get like a little 2 cents or 10 cents or something. But hey, it all adds up, right? It all adds up and it helps me out. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Y'all take care. Bye bye.